Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Maria from Under the Night Moon, and I'm here today to do a flip through of book number 2. I think I have 4 books today that I'll be doing videos of, and the first one I did was pretty large. This one's the second largest one, and then I have 2 small ones after this. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll start with the cover and the measurements. This book is 6.5 by, if I include the ruffle and everything, about 4 3/4. And it's a chunky little art book. It's got a lot of interesting things. I sort of wanted to make this like an art boho, like a boho style art book that just had a lot of interesting things in it. So let's start with the cover, and I'll try to hopefully remember everything in this little book. It's got this beautiful teal colored tie for a closure. And then on the cover, I've got some lace, some gold trim, a little seam binding tab. I have sari. Let me just see if I can, there we go. So you can see the vintage sari that's got these tiny little sequins. This is really beautiful. This gorgeous golden trim. I've got petite rhinestones along the bottom that are sparkling. I have these pretty vintage sequin flowers here, which looks so much prettier in person. They're hard to photograph, but there's 2 on the bottom of this absolutely stunning picture. I just love this picture. I've used it several times now. It's just so gorgeous. I'm never tired of looking at it. Some little roses over here, this beautiful blue rose here, some tsunami rose paper in the back. I have a little wallpaper flower sticking out here, embossed papers, there's trim, and then I have a pretty vintage button with a rhinestone in the center for the closure. And then on the very bottom is just this cool little crystal trim. Hope you can see that. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on in this book. It's an open spine that's held together, the 2 covers, with these lace hinges, and then the seam binding holds the signature in place. And I think it's just one signature, and I learned this style through Ruby and Pearl XO, so I always want to give a shout out to her because I love, love, love this style of bookmaking, mainly because the book opens flat. And I like that. Okay, so that's the outside. Inside on the cover is seam binding that's attached, right? And then when you open, this is a little notepad. So just to make sure that I gave the person a place to write, I have, and I just zipped right through this with my sewing machine. There's a little pocket here and a little pocket here on the cover. I have a little bit of Tim Holtz wallpaper here. On the bottom, I added love and loyalty. And then just some fun little journaling things. This is a baby pocket here, or a little baby envelope that I made. So again, this book is very eclectic. It's very like artsy, boho, yeah, all kinds of different images and themes going on here, and I like that. I like just all the different interests. So that's your little notepad, and then there's obviously a lot of beautiful French typography, my favorite dress form. There's more beautiful sari silk here. This is another flower made from sequins that I have, and it's 3-dimensional. It's like a lily. It's so pretty. There's a little rhinestone in the center. This is probably from the 40s. So I just love these. More gold, I did do a lot of stitching in this book. The cover is all stitched all the way around. And then here's some ribbon that I stitched into a ruffle using some gold thread. And this book was made before I received any wallpaper, so I think all I had to work with was the Tim Holtz wallpaper. So this book, both of these books, the big one that I just did before, have been on my desk for at least a month that I can remember. Just because with my job and everything, it's so hard to complete everything. So yeah, it's been a long time, but I'm so grateful for this summer because I will be off. Anyway, so here's this cool butterfly that I stitched right onto the page, and it's also on the other side, so I just cut out 2 of them. So I really like that. And then behind this is a tag. So this is like my little envelope books, except it's made from paper. This one is not envelopes. It's an actual book made, but it has the same sort of composition as the little envelope books. Again, more really cool trims, my favorite shoes, some gold. Here's a fussy cut lady, because how fun is that? And another beautiful shoe, place to journal. And I just love how she just kind of hangs out in there like a little paper doll. Beautiful embroidered trims. You can see all the stitching. And then here we've got a flip over. Inside the flip over is a little tea, maybe, you know, a tea stop. You can just write about something, or maybe your favorite music, pictures, little pictures of pets. I always envision there since I'm an animal lover. And then this has been decorated to make it look like this, her dress. I have just tiny dainty ribbons. I have bridal trim. I have some beautiful little tiny crystals that are probably not showing up. Maybe they are. Hold on, if I can turn that book. Anyway, there's all these little crystals. Can I turn this? I don't know. It doesn't look like you can see them. Okay, there we go. And then also a tiny little feather in her hat. And I love, love, love just decorating things like that. So that is that page. And then over here is a little sample of some ribbons, some velvet ribbon embroidered, this cool flower from the 60s, fun little boot, says treasures there, some beautiful crochet trim, my fun little lady, some more embroidered. So this book, you see, just has so many trims and little elements to it. This is a fun little fan that spins, and it's also a little tuck, and I'll show you this little sample I have here. You know, things can be stored behind that. I have some fun seam binding, and then I made this little charm for this page, probably to match this blue. More fun trims here. There's the little fan there. Another little butterfly. Some more beautiful sari. There's a gorgeous, gorgeous calling card. And then here is an envelope that's been stitched in. Very decorated, as you can see. I just loved taking all these different elements and adding them. There's a beautiful wax seal of a fleur-de-lis on here. It's been gold leafed. And I love, you know, when I get out of work, sometimes I'm so tired, but these are like the little details that I'll do when I get out of work, is just add these little things. So more of that beautiful sari. Here's a cute little corset. I have this little die cut, so I added some pearls to it. It already has the crisscrosses, so all I did really was just sort of decorate it. I just think that's so sweet. And then, of course, the envelope is ready for pictures and things. Behind the envelope is a little tuck, so you can kind of add stuff in there. You can see this side with the Martha Stewart punch. And then, yeah, so I showed you everything there. This side has this pretty reprint here. Again, you can see the punch. And this opens and reveals a little pocket. And then in the pocket are just some pretty little ephemera pieces. More of this sparkle trim. That closes, that closes. And then this side has a little flip. No, wait, where does this? Oh, okay. This side just has this reprint here with some stitched laces and stuff along the top. A little teacup with some embossed paper collaged on the bottom, and then these ladies just sitting there like so. And I think, like I said, this book was made so long ago, I can't remember, but I'm sure I just had them tucked in there like that. And how fun are they? They're, how small these gloves make each hand look. So having small hands, you know, they like to accentuate their small hands. How beautiful. Boy, have times changed. So yeah, so that's really cool. And then on this side, a beautiful gold butterfly, more Tim Holtz, and then more Tim Holtz wallpaper there. It says Journey along the top, and then I've added a couple of reprints for you to journal and continue your story. This side is a little pocket that's been collaged with some embossed papers with the gold accent. I attached a little handmade here because this book is just so packed full of just handmade beautiful things. I think everything in here is handmade or started with either a handmade design for sure. And then this is a little, it's the inside of a card. It says Keep the Faith, which I just think is so pretty, the font and everything. And so I just turned it into like this little stationery flip kind of thing. And then that's the pocket. It just sits in that little pocket, ready for more stuff in there as well. And then on the top it says Perfumery. And then this is reprinted wallpaper. I think I purchased so many wallpaper digitals that I was definitely ready for real wallpaper. I think that's what inspired me. But I just love the wallpapers that I purchased. Anyway, here is another fun lady. And then on this is a little tiny Eiffel Tower and a beautiful, let me see, I'm sorry. Not, if you can't see them, they're really little. So little tiny Eiffel Tower, and then this beautiful parasol, and you can see she has her parasol there. So I just thought that was super cute. And then this is just a blank page. That's one of the digital wallpapers. And then I made this card with this pretty butterfly. And then this is a piece of scrapbook paper that you can journal on. And I added this French, also an advertisement for broderies. So those go there. Over here is another fun little flip. This is one of my favorite images. This is an Etsy shop, but she doesn't sell digitals anymore. But I love, love, love this one. It's just so, it's so cool and different. So he had to go in this book for sure. He's got a little, it's like a hare, but he's got his top hat. I just love it. So he flips over, and then this flips over, and more beautiful digital paper there. I have a beautiful, now that's reprinted wallpaper, decorated with some beautiful sequined flowers. That goes in there. And you can see all these pages, the stitching. Here's another beautiful image here. What I love about this page, it's dainty and feminine, But this is a print of a cameo, and then I used the pearl drops to go around, so it actually looks like a piece of jewelry, which I think is really cool. And then another one of those beautiful flowers. It's got some fringe here peeking out underneath. I just think it's super feminine. And then here I made, I don't know what these are called. I don't know. But they're fun to make. You use brads, and then you attach string and you wrap them around. They're like a document something or other. I really don't know, but they're fun because when you do that, then it opens up. Inside I tucked away this little quote that says, "In a great mind, everything is great." And I would love for this book to go to a great mind who can use it artistically and fill it with artistic treasures and enjoy all of the art and beauty that went into all these designs. You know, whether it's the artist that designed this rose pattern or the person that came up with the idea to make this beautiful flower. You know, there's so many elements of design in this book. I mean, hundreds. So I just think that's really cool. Moving right along, inside this pocket is a printed French receipt. This is from that, oh, I better not say because I'm not 100% sure, but one of the digitals that I have. Either way, it's just a beautiful digital of a French, let's see, looks like a check. Anyway, okay, so that goes in there, but the typography is just so cool. Like, I love, like, you see Paris right there in that font. It's just so cool. Yeah, I could look at those all day. And then on the edge here, well, I'll just turn over. We're almost finished. We have 2 pages left. This gorgeous beauty is a little tuck spot. And then you can see I embellished her. She had a giant flower. I embellished it. And then there's some vintage seam binding, a little rose with some gold. And then I made a little pearl, like a little pearl drop. Sort of like if she had an earring on. And then inside that pocket is this beautiful floral. It says greetings. It's of the lilacs. One of my absolute favorite flowers. Living in Florida, I definitely miss the lilacs. Our house, we had a house in New York where I grew up, and the property was lined with lilac trees. I mean, they were just these massive, massive shrubs. And my mom would just cut barrels of this flower and put it all over our house. What a blessing and a gift that was. Just quickly about this page, it has this gorgeous, gorgeous like emerald green velvet up here. It's just really cool. And then this little pocket here, another little charm, some pretty cut-aparts, this fun little frame. The top is a pocket with printed wallpaper. Okay, we'll do that later. More trim. You can see the stitching here. And then the very last page has a little notebook, and it has this gorgeous blue advertisement here, some pretty seam binding. And then in this pocket, oh, okay, so I must have gotten the wallpaper. These were the first 2 wallpapers I received in the mail. And you can see I couldn't wait to use them, but I was probably already finished making this book, so I added them to the end here. So you have a little tag made out of this sweet little floral. Here's some more just little cut-aparts that was hanging out on my desk. Usually these little books are made from the extras that are on my desk. So yeah, this wallpaper is stunning. It's just, I love it, love it, love it. It's green. Here's some printout, some music paper, some scrapbook paper, some stars. Yeah, it's just whatever. Some stripes. Oh, there's a whole bunch in here actually. Oh, look at that sweet little bird. Yeah. And this is modern wallpaper here. And I think that's probably what I used. Yeah, that's what I used for the covers. But yeah, so that concludes the flip through of the second largest book. And there's the back. Yeah, so you can see this book is pretty large, and it does come with the closure here. So I'll tie that later, but thank you so much for watching. These will be listed in my Etsy shop. The sun isn't really out today, so I'm not sure if I'll get to the videos today per se, but they will be listed in my shop in the next few days, hopefully today. But if you don't see them today or tomorrow, just stay tuned. They'll definitely be coming soon. Again, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them for me in the comment box. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and have a really great day. Bye-bye.